Hello, my name is Matt Lynch, and I've been a member here at Cold Springs Church for the last 14 years. You know, I had a surgery scheduled for the following Monday, and you know, I just knew this was something that I had to go to and ask for prayer. I've been a member of this church for 13, 14 years, and throughout that time, I've had to reach out for prayer. And on 3 of those occasions, at least, I mean, the outcome was miraculous. I mean, they were downright miracles. This was a new format, and anytime you come into a new format, you're going to be a little bit, you know, apprehensive, I guess, but a little anxious. But I've had experience with the prayer team here at Cold Springs, and you know, I've come to them with my requests. And I've never found anyone to be judgmental. I've never found my prayers to come back to me through the rumor mill. You know, there's a high accountability with these people. They are truly praying for all the right reasons, and Cold Springs really believes in the power of prayer. And I just feel fortunate that I have this church to come to and ask for prayer. I knew I needed all the prayer I could get. I wanted the oil, I wanted the hands-on, I wanted the whole enchilada.
Brother, you knew where the power is.
Because I wanted to go into that surgery with a full suit of armor. I wanted everything. We started off, Pastor David broke us up into small groups, and he gave us some things to pray for. You know, some fairly general things like the community and law enforcement and things like that. And after we were done praying for those, then he opened it up to the healing. And then it was strictly a voluntary thing. I mean, if you had something you needed to have prayed for, you could, under no pressure at all, come up and explain what it is you needed prayer for. And then volunteers would come up and lay hands on you and pray, and Pastor David would anoint you with oil. Well, I had a potentially life-altering surgery, you know, that I was going into. I had excellent results. You know, 3 months post-surgery, there was no cancer detectable. It was good. But with cancer, you know, the first rule of cancer is there are no rules. You know, there is still that continued need for prayer, because I mean, it could come back, and it wasn't my timing; it was God's timing. I think that going to these meetings and asking for prayer, it's an action thing. You know, we can stay home and we can pray in private, and we can have a close friend pray for us and stuff. But this stepping out and, you know, to a group of people that are willing to pray for you and asking for that prayer, I think that for me anyway, that's where the real healing comes in. The thing I wrestle with on prayer is the praying out loud. I find that kind of difficult because I'm not very, you know, fluent in my prayer. I'm kind of a matter of fact, quick to the point. And you know, I get all these thoughts, and you know, they're all in the right place and everything, but what comes out of my mouth can seem too simplistic, and I tend to get nervous about that. And you know, now that my prayers have been met, I can go back and I can pray for others and continue to be blessed.
He says that he is not good at praying, or doesn't like the way he prays, but let me tell you a story. There's another man in our church, Dean Nielsen, who had a similar situation. And for months, I've been trying to connect Matt with Dean, but I've been not ever able to do that. So that night that Matt came for this prayer, Dean was here. And when we broke into the small groups, as only God would have it, Dean and Matt ended up in the same group. And when Matt told his story, Dean immediately jumped in. Now, Dean is sometimes quiet as well. And Dean ended up praying for Matt, and Matt ended up praying for Dean in our small group. I just thought that was a huge blessing to me, because it was something I was trying to do, but it's only something that only God could do in His timing. The power of prayer is so awesome, especially as Matt was saying, when you're in a group, a unified group, and experiencing the power of prayer together. So please come join us at 6:30. You don't have to be here for the whole time if your schedule doesn't permit. Come when you can, leave when you have to, but show up.
I will carry you, my child, my child.